Hello, welcome. Today we are doing a gentle yoga flow. So if you are new to yoga, or maybe you just need a little extra nourishment for your body today, this will be a great flow for you. We'll get started in a child's pose. Bring the knees wide, extend the arms forward, and rest the forehead down. If your low back is sensitive in this child's pose, you can always bring your knees together, rest your forehead either on a block or on a pillow. But take a few breaths here. Just being super mindful about where you feel the breath. Maybe you feel the rise of the back body, the expansion of the belly. And on the exhales, maybe you feel the hips sink a little closer back towards the heels. Start to invite a little movement into your child's pose. Maybe you start to walk the fingertips a little closer towards the top edge of the mat, feeling that length through the arms, through the back body. Maybe you feel the knees start to spread a little wider. You can rock the body right to left, just finding that little wiggle in the hips, the little rock of the body. Rolling over the forehead right to left. Try to press the right armpit down, roll over the forehead, then dip the left armpit down. Just keep moving from side to side. And then coming back through center, keeping the forehead down, press into the fingertips so you feel the palms lift, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together so you feel the heart press a little closer down towards the mat. Then release the palms and the elbows back down to the mat. Press into the fingertips and start to just piano walk the fingers over to the right. And then resting the forehead back down, just feel the nice opening through the left side body. Walk the fingertips back through center and then over to the left. Rest the forehead back down. So now breathe into this right side body. Feel the opening as that right hand just inches its way further towards the left side. Walk the hands back through center. Rest the forehead down. Bring the hands to prayer position. Bend the elbows. Rest the thumbs on the back of the neck. So not only is this a tricep opening stretch, but we can set an intention for our practice. A little motivation behind your movement, a guiding light. Take one more inhale. Breathe into that intention. And then seal that intention with the exhale breath. Release the hands back out. Press up. Find your way into a tabletop position. So walking the hands back so they're underneath the shoulders and the knees are stacked under the hips. Let's warm up the spine with some cat-cows. So on the inhale, drop the belly, tuck the toes, lift the gaze, and roll the shoulders back. As you exhale, draw the chin to the chest, press away from the mat. Feel the tailbone point down. Inhale, fill up, arch the back, gaze up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, chin to chest, round, press away. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, round. One more inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale the breath out of the body, round. Coming back to our neutral tabletop, gaze over the right shoulder and then press the hips to the left. Come back through center, gaze over the left shoulder, press the hips to the right. Come back through center, finding a wrist stretch. So dial the fingers back to point towards the body. Just opening up through the wrists here, just being really gentle, still warming up. And then flip the grip so the palms are facing up. You can point the fingers in towards each other or point them back towards the body. But try to make some fists, touch each finger to the thumb. And bend and straighten the elbows. Tuck the toes, set the hips back on the heels for a toe stretch. If this is too intense, you can elevate the hips a little higher, but try to tuck the toes under, just stretching out through the fascia of the feet. Inhale the arms overhead, flip the grip, or interlace the fingers, flip the grip, palms are facing up towards the sky, and then lengthen out the spine and bring chin to chest, press the palms away, suck the belly button in, and then press away. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, chin to chest, draw the belly in, press away. Inhale, lift up. This time we're going to lean to the right, gaze to the left. So opening up through the left side body, try to press the palms over to the right. And come back through center, lift up, lean left, gaze right. Come back through center, bend the elbows, rest the head back in the hands, puff up the chest. Cactus the arms, take the left pointer finger and thumb, hook it to the right wrist. Draw that right wrist down towards the right foot and then lean the left ear towards the left shoulder. Roll the chin through center. Take the right pointer finger and thumb, hook the left wrist, and then draw that left hand down towards the left foot. Lean the right ear towards the right shoulder. Roll the chin through center. Release the tops of the feet down to the mat, and then sit back on the heels. Stretching out through the tops of the feet, lean back. Maybe start to lift the knees, or maybe lift one knee at a time, or even just putting the weight on the heels, feeling that stretch to the tops of the feet. Lower the knees back down, lift up. Take the right leg out to the side, so that right leg is extended out, you're on your left knee. Sweep the arms overhead, lean the left arm down, and then reach the right arm over, opening up through the right side body. Rise up, cartwheel the right hand down the right leg, lean the left arm over. Come back through center. Right knee comes down, and then now we'll extend the left leg out. So sweep the arms over. Right hand comes down to the floor. Left arm reaches over to the right. Reach the hand over as far as you can to the right. Really feel that side body start to open up. Rise up. Left hand glides down the left leg. Right hand reaches over. Press the hips to the right. Inhale, come up. Take that left knee in, sit back on the heels, sweep the arms overhead, gaze towards the thumbs. Finding our eagle arm, so right arm goes under the left arm, finding that little eagle bind. If this doesn't work for you, you can always just wrap the arms around the shoulders or find the forearms to go side by side. But try to work right arm under the left arm, getting the palms to touch, thumbs point towards the face. Lift the elbows, lean back. And then draw the chin to the chest. Fold forward. Feel the opening through the shoulders and the back body. Just keep working the chin to the chest. Let gravity pull the arms down. Inhale, come up. Release your bind, sweep the arms overhead. Take the left arm under the right arm this time. So finding the eagle arms for the left side, left arm under. Lift the elbows, lean back. And then bow, take your bind with you, chin towards chest, fold. Good, lift the bind up, sweep the arms overhead. Plant the hands, pass through your tabletop, and then walk the hands forward, lower the forehead down to the mat, keeping the hips high for this extended puppy pose. You can keep the forehead down, or you can work the chin to the mat for a little deeper intensity through the armpits and the back. Slither the body down to the mat, so we'll make our way down to our bellies. Finding a Sphinx pose, forearms are down on the mat, elbows are under the shoulders, forearms are to number 11. Feet are hips width distance apart. Start to squeeze the shoulder blades back, pressing the pubic bone down into the mat. Find that squeeze of the shoulder blades, and then lower the chin towards the chest. Roll right ear towards right shoulder. Roll the chin back through center, then roll left ear towards left shoulder. Roll the chin back through center, press into the palms, point the thumbs forward, straighten the elbows, lift the gaze, and try to let the head go. Good, bend the elbows, pull the heart forward, lower the forehead down. Hands are underneath the shoulders, and then extend the right arm out to a T. Bend that left heel towards the glute, and then step the left foot behind the body for this little shoulder stretch. If it's too intense to have that right arm extended, you can bend the elbow, and so the hand points down towards the body, palm facing up, kind of like an upside down goal pose. That can maybe be a little more accessible for you, or keep that right arm extended. You can keep the left hand in front of you, or you can start to bind it behind the body, palm facing out. Come back through center. Let's switch it out. Right hand plants under the shoulder, left arm extends out. You can keep it extended out, or you can point that hand down towards the body, palm facing up. Either one. Right heel towards glute, step the right foot behind the body. Hand can stay in front of you, or you can start to wrap the right hand behind you. Come back through center. Let's find a cobra pose. So bring the legs together, the big toes, the ankles, the heels all come to touch. Hands are planted under the shoulders. Start to press firmly into the tops of the feet. Squeeze the glutes. You're pressing so hard in the tops of the feet that you feel the knees lift. Squeeze the elbows tight beside the body, and as you inhale, anchor into the tops of the feet. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. Continue to squeeze the elbows tight beside the body, using so much strength in the back here. Engaging all those muscles around the spine. Keep pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. One more inhale, lift up. Lower the forehead down. Now bring the feet out wide to the width of the mat, and then walk the hands back. One hand prints a little closer towards the hips. Keep squeezing the elbows tight by the body. Start to press into the hands. So this time using a little more strength in the hands. Press into them, roll the shoulders back, lift the gaze, let the head go. Nice. Bend the elbows, pull the heart forward, lower the forehead down to the mat. You can bend the knees, windshield wiper them side to side. Release the legs back, press into the hands, send the hips back towards the heels, pass through a child's pose. And let's rise up for a tabletop. Inhale the right arm high, gaze towards the right thumb. Then as you exhale, start to thread your needle. Walk the left hand forward, lower the right shoulder down. You can keep that left arm extended out. You can start to bind it behind the body. Catch right inner thigh. Keep working the gaze up towards the sky. Plant the left hand, sweep the right arm high, gaze towards the thumb. And then extend the right arm forward, left leg back, balancing table. So hold here, suck the belly button in towards the spine, flex the sole of the foot towards the back. As you inhale, lengthen, exhale, round, forehead towards knee. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Let's hold this one. Press into the left palm, forehead towards knee, curl in. Inhale, lengthen out. And then lower the right hand down to the mat. Bend the left heel up towards the glute and start to draw some circles with the left knee in one direction. And then switch out the direction. Send the left leg back and then lower the left knee down to the mat. Let's move on to the left side. Inhale the left arm high, gaze towards the thumb. Really try to stack the shoulders here. And as you exhale, walk the right hand forward, lower the left shoulder down. So you can walk the right hand forward, or you can bind it behind the body, catch left inner thigh. Keep working the gaze up. Breathe. Slowly unwind, right hand plants, left arm extends high, gaze up towards the thumb. And now let's sweep the left arm forward, right leg back. Balancing table here. So inhale, lengthen out the limbs in opposite directions. And then as you exhale, round, draw the forehead towards the knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Hold this one. Try to squeeze the body in tight, forehead towards knee. Inhale, lengthen out the limbs. And then keep the right leg extended, left hand plants. Bend the right heel towards the glute and start to draw those circles with the right knee. And switch out the direction. Extend the right leg back. Lower the right knee down to the mat. Let's plant the hands, tuck the toes, send the hips high, meeting in a downward facing dog. So it's our first one here. You can pedal out the knees, alternate grounding the right heel to the mat, the left heel to the mat. So in your down dog, you want to press into the palms, gaze towards the belly button. Try to wrap the elbows in, sending the hips high. You can have a bend in the knees here. It's most important to keep the integrity through the spine. So if that means keeping a bend in the knees, that's perfectly fine. Inhale, elevate the heels off the mat and then walk the feet up to meet the hands. However many steps it takes you, perfectly fine. When you reach the top, put a deep bend in the knees, let the belly connect heavy and hang heavy on the thighs. Let the head go, grab opposite elbow, and just sway side to side. You really try to work the chin towards the chest, letting the head go. Maybe rock front to back, or maybe roll the ankles in and out. Release the hands down to the mat, bend the knees, press into the heels, start to roll the body up to standing. Slow stack of the body, stacking the spine, shoulders, neck, head comes up last, palms face forward. Press into the heels, start to activate the quadriceps, draw the core in. Roll the shoulders so you feel that roll back and down the body, slight lift of the chin. Feel strong in the standing Tadasana. Let's inhale the arms overhead, gaze towards the thumbs. Bring the right hand down to the right side of the body. Let's lift up through the left arm and then lean to the left, or lean to the right. Press the hips to the left. Start to activate the glutes, the quads. As you press the hips to the left, you're leaning to the right. Inhale back up through center. So this time bring the left hand down to the side of the body. Reach the right arm up. Lean to the left. Press the hips to the right. Inhale back up through center. Bring both arms up to the sky. Hands come together. Gaze towards the thumbs and just release the head down the back. Let it go, let it hang. We never do this often enough, so just let the head go. Now lift the arms up, contract the quads, squeeze the glutes, press the hips forward, maybe little back bend here, lean back, try to open up the heart. Then inhale, come up. Open the arms, bend the knees, swan dive, fold forward. Hands plant. Gaze towards the belly button, forehead towards knees. Let's inhale, halfway lift. So bring the hands to the thighs, stomach in, back is flat, trying to pull the crown of the head forward. We exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands to the mat, work the forehead towards the knees, gaze towards the belly button. So inhale, find that halfway lift, lengthen out through the spine, press the hands on the thighs, squeeze the shoulders back. And then exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, forehead towards knees. Try to straighten the legs on the exhale breath. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift, belly in, back is flat. Exhale, plant hands. Let's step the feet back, right foot, left foot, hold, high straight arm plank, pause here. Good, shift the body weight forward, so you roll a little forward on those tiptoes, and then let's lower the knees down to the mat. Wrap the elbows in, eyes of the elbows point forward, and we keep the elbows tight by the body as we lower the heart down. So try to avoid them going wide. We want to wrap in, squeeze tight by the rib cage, lower the heart down to the mat. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, squeeze the elbows tight beside the body, lift the heart up, gaze up. And then lower the heart down to the mat. Tuck the toes, press into the hands, send the hips back towards the heels. Pass through a child's pose where the forehead just comes down to the mat. And then tuck the toes, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal out the knees again, right and left. Press into the hands. Let's practice that chaturanga one more time. So shift the body weight forward so we come into a high straight arm plank, trying to keep the hips in line with the shoulders. Shift the body weight forward so you send the shoulders a little beyond the fingertips and then lower the knees down to the mat. Wrap the elbows in, so as you slowly lower down, the elbows graze to the sides of the rib cage. Once the heart comes down, you press the tops of the feet into the mat, squeeze the elbows tight beside the body, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Pressing the tops of the feet, lift the heart up, little bit of weight in the hands. You're using the strength of the back body here, gaze up. Then lower the heart down. Tuck the toes, press into the hands, send the hips back towards the heels, forehead comes to the mat. And then send the hips high, downward facing dog. Beautiful job. So that option is always there for you. Move as slow as you need to. Press into the hands, gaze towards the belly button. Let's send the right leg high. Bend the knee, open the hips. Send the right heel towards the left glute. Try to open up through the hips here. Straighten the right leg. Elevate the left heel off the mat and step the right foot forward. If it takes you a couple times to get that right foot up in between the hands, that's perfectly fine. But once that right foot lands, lower the left heel down to the mat, sweep the arms up for a warrior one, Virabhadrasana A. So you check out your back left foot. You want it pressed firmly into the mat, 45 degrees, and you want this left quadricep turned on and active. As you inhale, lift the heart up. Cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then bring the arms back up. Let's open it up now, warrior two. So now we just pivot these hips So now they become parallel to this edge of the mat. Reach fingertip to fingertip. Try to sit low in this front knee, working to make a 90-degree bend. Notice if your belly starts to spill forward, we're trying to wrap in here, finding that engagement. Let's flip the front palm, reverse. Keep bending into the right knee, but you're reaching the right arm back. Side angle. Bring the right forearm on top of the thigh. Left arm extends up towards the sky. Gaze towards the thumb. Think about bringing this left shoulder back. Trying to stack the left rib cage on top of the right rib cage. Right hand can come down to the mat or a block. Reach left bicep by the ear. Good. Inhale, rise up, pass through warrior two, flip the front palm, reverse. Cartwheel the arms down, plant the hands, lift the left heel up, and then we're just lowering the left heel down to the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. We're in a low crescent lunge. So maybe scoot the right toes a little more forward. Really get that bend in the right knee. Feel the opening through the left hip flexor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Place the hands on the low back. Gently press the hips forward. Maybe start to let the head go. Shift the body weight back, runner stretch. So you can bring the hands down, left hand and right hand can be on the mat or on blocks. Flex right toes towards the face. Inhale, find that length. Exhale, find that fold. Keep flexing the right toes towards the face. Even if that means you have a bend in the right knee, that's perfectly fine. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Pull the heart towards the toes. Exhale, fold. Shift forward. Plant the left hand to the instep. Tuck left toes. Lift left knee. Open the right arm up. Gaze towards the right thumb. So we're just going to draw some circles with the right arm. Big circles. Warming up through our shoulder joint. And then reverse the direction. On the last one, sweep the right arm up towards the sky, gaze towards the thumb, and then plant the right hand, step the right foot back, high straight arm plank. However long it takes you to get there, that's where we'll meet, no worries. And then moving through our chaturanga, so we'll lower the knees down to the mat, wrap the elbows in. Exhale, lower the heart down. Elbows stay tight by the body. Press into the tops of the feet. Press up. Lift the heart. Gaze up. Lower the heart down. Forehead comes down. Tuck toes. Press into the hands. Send the hips back towards the heels. And then tuck toes. Send hips high. Down dog. So down dog is where we meet. Send the left leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Left heel towards right glute. Press into the hands, pointing that left knee high towards the sky. Straighten the left leg. Elevate the right heel off the mat. Step the left foot forward. However many steps it takes you, but try to plant it in between the hands. And then we'll dial that right heel down to the mat. Sweep the arms up for a warrior one. So now your hips are trying to square their way towards the top of the mat. Arms are extended up. Maybe scoot the left toes a little more forward, trying to avoid projecting the knee beyond the toes. We want to make 90-degree angles. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Send the arms back high. Let's open it up, warrior two. So now it's just a little pivot. So the hips are now parallel to the edge of the mat. 90-degree bend in that left knee. Reach fingertip to fingertip. Turn the triceps on. Keep opening the left knee up towards the pinky toe edge of the left foot. Activate the right quad. Flip the front palm reverse. Keep the bend in the left knee. Reach back. Open up through the side body. Side angle. Left forearm comes down to the top of the thigh. Right arm goes high. Gaze towards the right thumb. Bring the left hand down to the instep of the left foot, or you can bring it down to a block. Now extend the right arm forward, bicep by the ear. Feel that long body stretch all through the right side. You're pressing firmly into the blade edge of the right foot, reaching the right arm forward. Rise up, pass through a warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse. Cartwheel the arms down to the mat, lifting the right heel up, and then we'll lower the right knee down. You might need to shimmy that left foot a little over towards the left, right, so it gets to midline. Inhale the arms up. You can scoot the left toes more forward. We just never want the knee going far over the toes. We always want to protect our knees here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cactus the arms, hands go to the low back, press the hips forward, maybe let the head go. Runner stretch, hands come down to the mat, flex the left toes towards the face. Inhale, you find that length. Exhale, you find the depth. Good. Keep the left toes flexed towards the heart. It's how we're going to target the hamstrings here. Let's do one more. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Shift forward, plant the hands, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, step the left foot back, high straight arm plank. Let's drop to the knees, lower the heart down, elbows tight beside the body. Press into the tops of the feet. Use the strength of the back body to lift the heart up. You're pressing into the tops of the feet, gazing up. Lower the heart down. Tuck the toes. Press into the hands. Send hips back to heels. And then tuck toes. Send hips high. Down dog. Send the left foot forward. Keep the right knee elevated. Plant the right hand. Open the left arm up. Gaze towards the left thumb. Y'all know I forgot this on this side, so we got to get it. I knew I missed something. Sorry. All right. Open the left arm up. Stack the left shoulder on top of the right. Gaze up. And then let's find those big circles with the left arm in one direction. And then let's reverse the direction. Send the left arm high, gaze up. Plant the left hand, set the left foot back. Let's do one extra one for good measure. Lower the knees, lower the heart. Up dog. And then heart comes down, tuck toes, hips to heels. And then down dog. Elevate the heels off the mat, gaze forward, tiptoe walk the feet up to the hands. When you reach the top, squeeze the knees and the ankles together, press the knees together, and lift the biceps by the ears. Send the left arm forward, right arm back, gaze towards the right thumb. Keep squeezing the knees together. Come back through center. Send the right arm forward, left arm back, gaze towards left thumb, suck belly in. Come back through center. Press into the feet, rise to stand. Press into the left foot, draw the right knee in towards the body. You can interlace the fingers on top or under the knee. Trying to draw that knee in towards the body, roll the shoulders back and down. Good, hold here. Work one spot of focus on the floor. Find your gaze, your balance, your drishti. Then send that right ankle on top of the thigh, hands to heart center. Sit the hips back. Feel the opening through the hip on the right side. Nice. Coming back through our Utkatasana, hips in the chair. Squeeze the knees together. Sit the hips back in the heels. Rise to stand. Press into the right foot this time. Draw left knee up and in towards the body. Press right under the big toe mound of the left foot, because notice if a lot of your weight is rolling to that outside of the right foot, press to that inner part of the foot, activating the inner thigh as well. So drawing the knee in towards the body, find one spot of focus. If you have shifty eyes, you're going to have a shifty posture, so find one spot. Breathe. Bring left ankle on top of right thigh, hands to heart center, sit the hips back. Weight is in the heel here. Release back to Utkatasana. Left foot comes to meet the right. Squeeze the knees together, biceps beside the ears. Pulse here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, lift up, lean back. Open the arms, swan dive, fold forward. Pass through a ragdoll here. If you want to bring the feet out to hips width distance, grab opposite elbow, sway. Release the hands to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, walk the feet back. Option to pass through a chaturanga or just meet me in a downward facing dog. So knees, heart, pressing the tops of the feet, elbows squeeze in tight, lift the gaze. Heart comes down, toes tuck, hips to heels, and then down dog. Bring the feet out wide so they come off of your mat, but keep the hands as they are. So we're just in a wide-legged down dog. Bend into the right knee. Come back through center, bend into the left knee. Back through center, bend right. Back through center, bend left. Come back through center, walk the feet back in so you're in a downward facing dog. Then lift the heels off the mat, lower the knees down. Walk the hips back towards the heels and then just rolling over to our hip. Feet come around. So you can make your way to the middle of the mat. Feet are planted, knees are up. Extend the arms forward. Bring chin towards chest, and we're just leaning halfway back. And then lifting the torso up, reaching the arms up. So chin towards chest, curl in, lean halfway back. Rise up, reach up, shift back. So a little bit of core activation here. Reach up, lean back, rise up. Good. Keep leaning halfway back, holding it for a pause, then trying to reach the arms up, biceps by the ears. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. On this last one, lowering all the way down to our backs. You can walk the feet in, windshield wiper the knees side to side, so still keeping those knees pointed up towards the sky, rock side to side. And then walk the feet in so the heels are near the glutes, doing a bridge pose here. So press into the feet, lift the hips. You can either use your hands under your hips as a support or a block, or you can interlace those fingers and start to rock the body right and then left and then right and then left. And with every rock, you're just tucking the shoulder blades a little deeper underneath the body. When the shoulder blades can't tuck any deeper, you'll interlace the fingers, press the fist package into the mat, lifting the hips up. Good. Inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips, and then slowly lower the hips down to the mat. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. Hug the knees into the chest. Extend the legs up to the sky, and then bring the hands under the hips just so the legs can be propped up, allowing the legs to drain. It's so important to get upside down at some point throughout the day. So even if you can't do an entire yoga flow, if you can just do this before bed, maybe lay on the floor, prop the legs up on the side of the bed or on the bed, legs can be propped up against the wall. So important to let the legs drain. We spend so much time the other direction, obviously, so it's important to switch it up. Hug the knees into the chest, releasing the hands under the body, and then use your peace fingers, hook the big toes, or grab the outside edges of the feet for a happy baby. A slight tuck of the chin towards the chest, using the strength of the arms to try to pull the knees down towards the mat. And then think about trying to press all the way from the cervical spine down to the tip of the tailbone, trying to get that flush to the mat. Hug the knees into the chest, rock up to your seat. And then extending the right leg out, sole of the left foot comes to the inner right thigh. Let's sweep the arms overhead, twist towards the right leg, and then fold over the right leg. If that means you have a bend in the right knee, that is perfectly fine. Just try to work forehead towards knee, working that rounded back here. Inhale, come up. Let's bring right hand to the knee, left hand behind the body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. Gaze over the left shoulder. Keep the right foot flexed. Come back through center. Let's switch it out. So bring the sole of the right foot to the inner left thigh. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Twist towards the left leg and then fold. Inhale, come up. Right hand comes behind the body, left hand to the right knee. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. Gaze over the right shoulder, suck the belly in, find that deep twist. Just really try to wring it all out right here at the end. Come back through center. Bring the soles of the feet together. Knees are wide. Feet can be close in towards the body, or they can be far out wide. Try to inhale, lift up through the spine, and then lead with the heart. Try to work with a flat back here. Pull the heart forward. Maybe use those thumbs, press them against the arches of the feet. That can feel so nice and nourishing. And as you lean forward, continue to squeeze the shoulder blades back. Inhale, come up. Bring the knees together, plant the feet, extend the arms forward, chin to chest, slowly roll down the spine here. Hug the knees into the chest. Keep the right knee in, extend the left leg long. Draw the right knee over towards the left, gaze to the right. Ooh, got a little pop there, yes. Good, breathe. Slowly find your way back through center. Hug knees back into chest. And then keep the left knee in. Extend the right leg long. Guide the left knee over to the right. Gaze to the left. Come back through center. Hug the knees into the chest. And then bring the soles of the feet together. Lower them down to the mat. Knees open wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. Here you can have one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. You can reach the arms overhead. Grab opposite elbows. Just let the knees open wide. Maybe start to tuck the shoulder blades underneath the body a little bit. Elevating the heart. Let's take a few cycles of breath, just like you set up at the beginning of your practice. Now as we start to wind down, we start to breathe into that new energy we created, new openings in our body. One more mindful inhale here. Exhale it out. Hug the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the knees. Work towards grabbing the elbows. Bring the chin to the chest, forehead into the knees. As you inhale, squeeze the body in tight. As you exhale, let it go. Final Savasana. Let the legs go wide. Palms face up. Feet fall away. Just let the body and the breathing return to normal. Take an opportunity here to close the eyes, to feel the beat of your heart, to feel the energy coursing through your body. I will leave you here in this final Savasana. As always, take as much time as you possibly can. Take as much time as you have. It is my hope and my prayer through this yoga practice, you will start to find new openings through your body. You'll start to find a peace that is always inside of you. You'll start to connect with that. You'll start to just live in that peace in that moment every single day. But it takes getting on your mat every single day to do that. So I hope and I pray that together we will get on our mats together every single day. So thank you so much for sharing part of your practice and your energy and your day with me. It is something that I definitely do not take for granted, and I thank you all so much for showing up. Until we see each other again, have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. Bye.